Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to my review of The Crooked Man, the RPG Maker horror game. If you're new here, hi, my name's Aiden. We actually have a full playthrough of the game on the channel, so if you are interested in watching my playthrough, check it out. But yeah, I just wanted to give some final thoughts on the game, and I think it's pretty positive. We played a lot of RPG Maker horror games on the channel, a lot of like the big classics. I would probably put this in sort of the middle of the bunch. Positives, it looked good. I thought it did look good. I thought the monster, the Crooked Man, was really creepy, especially the CGs. And I do think the CGs were probably the best art choice in the series. Like in RPG Maker games in general, from what I've seen, you don't get a lot of CGs. Well, this one blesses you with that, like, I think over 10. So that was good. I do think it was pretty tense in moments. If you watch the playthrough, you see me coward save like every minute, and maybe if you don't want me to coward save, maybe make some save points or autosave, or I'll abuse the shit out of it. So, but that shows it was tense. Um, and I do think the general story was pretty good. Um, the archetype of, just an unlucky person. Some of your choices might have helped cause your fate, but a lot of it was also just unluckiness and struggling through that. How you cope with it and stuff was actually like pretty cool, especially since it's something it's very coincidental, but in two other things we're doing, the Higurashi console arts and the Boogie Pop and others reactions, they're dealing with similar themes, so it's kind of weird that three projects without planning is all tackling a similar theme, but it does make it interesting. um Music was pretty good too, nothing too crazy. I'm playing the OST right now. Wasn't too noticeable, so I give it a mid. um Scariness, again, I think it was tense at moments, but the only scare that really got me hard was the in episode 2, the first like real encounter with the Crooked Man. Well, not first, second, where you have to kick him into the pit. When you juke him and run for the first time, and you're like, got him, and he just like chases after you in double speed. Extremely scary. Literally screamed out loud. After that, there were moments where my heart jumped, but I wasn't like visibly scared too much. So I give it a medium scare. It's definitely not the scariest out of the RPG Maker horror games. I still think Ebe is still the king of that, but it had its moments for sure. Puzzles I thought were pretty easy. It's interesting because on the like a random review, I was just looking at the Steam review pages to see what other people are thinking. I saw someone was like, "Oh, the puzzle sucked. Why I gotta spam the doors to see which key goes where," and I'm just like, that that just did not happen. So, um, no, I thought the puzzles were fine. I thought we did pretty good. I'm definitely not a puzzle gamer, but I don't think we cheated on any of them. We might have, but it's not coming into my mind. But no, I thought the puzzles were fine. Very reasonable for someone who's not adept at puzzles. So I'm just looking at the Steam page. Scoliosis. My question, does D like the D? Okay, basically great. Find key, no clue. What key opens 100 locked doors to pick from? Eventually find door, find key, repeat. Like, what a shit review. I don't know, that's just like slanders. Um, but yeah, no, it's fine. Um, some negatives I would say about the game. I think the environment, while creepy, I don't know, man. Just going from giant, large abandoned building to giant, large abandoned building to giant, large abandoned building. I know they were all different. One was a school, one was a hospital, um, one was what, a hotel. But if you just go back to back to back with um, any buffers besides being outside for like 1 second, entering the building, it kind of all blends together. I was poking fun at that during the playthrough. Um, even though I, even though the environments, they looked different, um, it did kind of blend together in my opinion. Um, so that's an additive, but probably the biggest additive is, again, while I enjoyed the story, the writing itself was a little. I thought it was a little amateurish. Um, just putting the story into words. The dialogue, the descriptions all felt a little off. I don't know if it's a translation thing or if it's just amateurish. I'm not trying to be mean. That is not my intention. I wish I knew. Uh, Developer Yuri Games. Let's see if we can see where this guy is from. Guy or girl? I don't know who. Yuri Games. Japanese RPG game designer. Okay, so if he's... Wait, is he Japanese? If he's Japanese, then then that changes my criticism a bit. Yeah, he is Japanese. Okay. That made sense. Cause I thought the writing... Well, again, the story very solid. I thought he tackled the ideas he was going through very well. It's just the writing itself felt kind of off. The dialogue felt weird. But if it is just a translation thing, if he doesn't natively speak English and it's his second language, then it's a lot more forgivable. But yeah, there are points where I definitely made some changes to dialogue and stuff like that, descriptions. Yeah, but it is what it is, right? Can't really control it too much. Obviously, just translate it better. But is he a solo dev? Oh, it's a girl. Okay, see, I I knew. That's why I put the maybe. So, I think she is a solo dev, which made sense for uh an RPG maker game. Lots of games, by the way. Lots of games. Maybe we'll check out some of the other Strange Man anthology later. I wonder if they're actually related to the Crooked Man, or is it just about strange men? But no, it's an interesting. The gameplay loop is also pretty interesting. I wouldn't like it. They say it's a survival horror. I wouldn't exactly say it's a survival horror. It's more like a puzzle horror game, because unlike typical survival horror that I played in RPG Maker games, you don't really like run away from the monster, because the monster instantly catches up to you if you run out of the area. It's more like you have to solve a certain puzzle to beat the monster. Like kick him down a pit, set him on fire with a Molotov. So it's not really like your traditional survival horror game in general, right? It's definitely more puzzle focused combat, puzzle focused survival stuff. Which, give or take, maybe you enjoy the juking that something like Aoani brings, or maybe you like something like this where it's not just reflexes and map awareness. It's kind of using your brains a bit more. Well, using them in a different direction. I will say also something I forgot to touch on: the boss battles with the Strange Man, where you're just stabbing him and running away. It's not great. It definitely wasn't something I loved about it. The stabbing, running away, the shooting, running away. Shooting Fluffy was also very funny, but it is what it is. I guess if you needed to do a boss battle, then it's fine. To be fair, there isn't really combat in any other RPG Maker horror game I've played, so yeah, but I would say it's one of the weaker aspects of gameplay. I thought the puzzle survival and just puzzles and exploration in general were much more fun. So I wonder if she gets rid of it in the next games, because it was kind of a slog. It wasn't as hard. It wasn't too hard, I would say, but it's just kind of boring and kind of funny at the same time. It's not needed, I think, or at least you have to find a different way to do it. But yeah, I had a great time playing it. It's a good way to kick off the our little horror month special. You know, if you're new here, uh, midnight EST, new horror themed video for the whole month of October. It's a pretty fun start. And I think it's definitely worth the money. It's 339 Canadian. I think I bought it for half off for like 170 or whatever it cost. And it took me 2.4 hours to beat. Wait, no, it took me 6 hours to beat. Oh God, I see other people beating it in like, oh no, 6 hours is pretty good. Some people are at 10. Okay. Um, yeah, it's definitely worth the money if you put more hours than you put dollar value in. Um, but yeah, it's in the middle. I think again, Ebe is. I liked Ebe a bit more. I liked Aoani a bit more, kind of. Yuminiti I liked more, but I think I like this more than Don't Hate Me. I liked it more than Mad Father, Misao. What's the other one? Maybe this ties with Aoani, because I was so ass at the puzzles in Aoani. The puzzle design was definitely better in this. Um, but yeah, I think Yuminiti and Ebe were a bit better than this, but this was definitely a solid list. I would say upper middle, and I wouldn't be against checking out the other crooked or the other Strange Man anthology. Also, let me know in the comments if that's something that would interest you. I probably won't upload it for October, but we can plan around that. Uh, Probably sometime next year, if you are interested. Also, just let me know your thoughts on the game. Did you play it yourself? Is it fun? Did you enjoy the playthrough, etc., etc.? It's always nice to know. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again in the future. If you haven't subbed, consider subbing. Again, horror gameplay all month. But we have other stuff. We have reactions, weeb shit, stuff you may or may not like. But yeah, thanks for watching as always, and hopefully I'll see you again in the future. Peace.